My dear friend, wherever you are watching this from, I want you to pause for just a moment and listen closely. You may feel perfectly fine tonight. Maybe you've brushed your teeth, turned off the lights, fluffed your pillow just the way you like it. Maybe you've even got your favorite late-night snack sitting right next to your bed. All feels calm, all feels safe. But what if I told you that while your body rests, your kidneys are silently screaming for help? Yes, you heard me right. Your kidneys don't throw a tantrum. They don't cry for attention. They whisper, gently, softly, until one night they stop whispering, and you wake up in a hospital bed wondering how the hell it all went so wrong. My dear friend, if you are over 60, this might be the most important message you'll hear all year. Because the truth is, nighttime habits are silently damaging your kidneys without warning. Not your doctor, not your spouse, not even your favorite health show is talking about this. But I am. Because I care. Deeply. You see, your kidneys work harder than any other organ in your body while you sleep. They filter your blood, regulate your pressure, flush out the day's toxins. But 8 small nighttime habits, yes, 8, can quietly overload them until they can't keep up. And by the time the signs appear, it's often too late to undo the damage. So let me be real with you. This video might just save your kidneys, maybe even your life. Because these aren't scary medical procedures. These are simple shifts. Small, doable, quiet acts of kindness you can give your body starting tonight. And you don't need to panic. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. And I'll be with you every step of the way. But before we dive into the 8 habits that could be aging your kidneys behind your back, especially number 6, which might just blow your mind, I want to ask for 2 tiny favors. Just 2. My dear friend, if you're hearing my voice, I ask that you do this with me. First, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the little bell icon so you don't miss any of the powerful health secrets we share here every week. These are specially made for seniors like you because you deserve to feel strong, clear, and in control of your health. Second, please tap the like button and type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're here with me. And if you can, I'd be so grateful if you shared this video with your WhatsApp group, your retirement club, your Sunday morning coffee pals, or maybe just a friend on Facebook, because who knows? That one small share could help an old buddy who's waking up 5 times a night, or a lovely neighbor living with swollen legs and no answers, or a quiet friend who's been struggling in silence. Your support is the lifeblood that keeps this message flowing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get to it, shall we? Because what I'm about to tell you next might change the way you look at your bedtime routine forever. Topic: late night salty snacks and kidney damage. My dear friend, let's talk about something that might seem harmless. That little bag of chips beside your bed. Those salted pretzels you nibble on while watching your favorite late night show. That innocent bowl of popcorn while you wind down for the night. Feels cozy, right? A small treat before you drift off to sleep. But what if I told you that tiny snack is more than just a salty indulgence? What if I told you it's a kidney time bomb ticking quietly as you close your eyes? You see, salt doesn't sleep, and neither do your kidneys when you eat it at night. When you consume salty foods before bed, your body holds on to water. That causes your blood pressure to rise quietly, steadily at a time when it should actually be dropping. According to the American Heart Association, your kidneys depend on this nighttime dip in blood pressure to rest, repair, and clear out toxins. But when your pressure stays high, your kidneys stay inflamed, overworked, exhausted. Dr. Eliseo Gualar from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health once said, "Salt can act like a slow poison to the kidneys, especially in the absence of blood pressure dips during sleep." And here's the kicker. Most seniors don't even realize it's happening. You might wake up with puffy eyes, swollen hands, or that awful, dry, sticky feeling in your mouth. You might blame it on age, on the weather, but more often than not, it's your kidneys whispering for relief. And it doesn't take much. Even lightly salted snacks can trigger this silent pressure cooker inside your body, and the damage it builds over time. Now, I'm not here to make you feel guilty for enjoying a bite or two. I'm here to offer you choices. Kinder choices, like reaching for a few pear slices, or a handful of blueberries, or maybe just half an apple. These aren't just snacks. These are peace offerings to your kidneys. Because when your kidneys get to rest, you get to wake up stronger, clearer, and more alive. And my dear friend, if this is resonating with you, I want to gently ask you for a small act of connection. please tap the like button and type the number 2 in the comments so I know you're still here walking with me on this journey. And if someone in your circle loves a salty midnight snack, maybe send this their way. Not to scare them, but to protect them. And as you let that sink in, let me ask you this. What if I told you that sometimes the danger isn't what you eat, but what you refuse to let go of before bed? Yes, you heard me, because the next habit that might be quietly destroying your kidneys is happening not in your kitchen, but in your bladder. Topic holding in urine before bed. My dear friend, let me ask you something tender. How many times have you been tucked in warm and comfortable just about to fall asleep, and suddenly realize I should probably use the bathroom, but you don't, because you don't feel the urge, or because you're tired, or maybe because the floor is cold and the hallway feels just a bit too long tonight. So, you stay. You think I'll go in the morning, but my dear friend, that tiny decision night after night could be quietly pushing your kidneys toward a cliff. You see, when you hold in your urine for long periods, especially while sleeping, you're not just saving a bathroom trip. You're giving bacteria a free pass to multiply in your bladder, and they don't just sit there politely. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, these bacteria can travel up your urinary tract and land right in your kidneys. Once they get there, the damage begins. Infections, scarring, long-term loss of function, and for some folks, complete kidney failure. And it's not just about bacteria, it's about toxins. Your kidneys work hard to filter waste from your blood. When you don't release that waste, when you hold it in, it's like taking out the trash and then dragging it right back inside, over and over. Dr. William Fissel, a nephrologist at Vanderbilt University, said it best. Retaining urine may feel harmless, but for older adults, it's one of the riskiest habits for kidney health we overlook. For men especially, those with an enlarged prostate, a full bladder at night can lead to more than urgency. It can cause pressure pain and even incomplete emptying, setting up a domino effect for infection. And for women, holding it in weakens the pelvic floor muscles, increasing the risk of incontinence later in life. But more than anything, it places an invisible strain on your kidneys, a slow, silent squeeze that builds until one day it breaks. So my dear friend, tonight and every night from now on, I invite you to make a new promise to your body. A small, gentle promise. Empty your bladder before bed even if you don't feel like it, even if it feels unnecessary, because sometimes prevention is a whisper, not a warning. And if you're still with me here, would you do something kind? Hit the like button and type the number 3 in the comments so I know you're still listening, still learning, still taking care of yourself with me. And if you have a friend who constantly skips that last bathroom trip, maybe send them this video, not to scare them, but to say, I care. Now, as we move forward, let me ask you something that might surprise you. What if the very way you sleep, the position you curl into every single night, is quietly squeezing the life out of your kidneys? Let's talk about that next, and I promise it's something you've probably never thought about before. Topic: sleeping on your stomach and kidney compression. My dear friend, let me gently walk you into a part of your nightly routine you probably haven't given much thought to. Your sleeping position. Now tell me honestly, do you sleep on your stomach? Maybe it's the way you've always done it. Maybe it feels familiar, comforting. Maybe it reminds you of younger days when falling asleep came easy and back pain was just something other people talked about. But here's what we never got told. As we age, the positions that once felt natural can quietly become harmful, especially to organs we can't see like our kidneys. You see, your kidneys are nestled deep in your lower back, just under the rib cage. When you lie flat on your stomach, the full weight of your body presses down onto your core. And that pressure doesn't just go away, it pushes inward right onto your kidneys. That compression reduces circulation, and without strong blood flow, your kidneys don't get the oxygen they need to filter out waste properly. Dr. Matthew Weir, a kidney specialist at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, once said, "Poor circulation is like putting your kidneys on a slow drip of oxygen starvation. And when kidneys are starved of oxygen night after night, their ability to clean your blood weakens, little by little, silently. You might think that dull lower back pain in the morning is just from the mattress or age. But what if it's your kidneys? Whispering again, and it doesn't stop there. Sleeping on your stomach can also shift your spine out of alignment, pinching nerves that communicate directly with your kidneys. One habit, one position, one night, and the slow erosion begins. But here's the beautiful part. There's a fix. And it's gentle. No medication, no surgery, just training your body to sleep on your side, especially your left side. This position supports better drainage, improved circulation, and gives your kidneys the space they need to breathe, to rest, and to do their job. You can place a soft pillow between your knees to keep your hips aligned and feel more at ease. It may feel odd at first, but within a week or two, your body adjusts. And you might just wake up feeling lighter, clearer, more alive. And if this struck a chord with you, dear friend, I ask you once again, press the like button, type the number 4 in the comments, and let me know you're still walking beside me. And if you know someone who always sleeps face down, send this their way. Not to scare them, but to help them breathe a little easier tomorrow morning. And now, before we move on, let me ask you something quietly important. What happens when your body is tired, inflamed, trying to heal, but you forget one tiny crucial step in your nighttime routine? Yes, my dear, we're going there next, because the next habit isn't about your posture, it's about your pills. Topic: skipping or misusing nighttime medication. My dear friend, let me ask you something that might sting a little. Have you ever crawled into bed, teeth brushed, lights off, maybe even halfway to dreamland, when suddenly it hits you, I forgot to take my pills, and then comes the inner negotiation. It's fine, I'll take them tomorrow. Just one missed dose won't hurt, right? I'm already lying down and I'm too tired to get up. But here's the quiet truth you may not hear from your doctor, your pharmacist, or even your own family. One skipped pill at night can silently sabotage your kidneys. You see, many medications we take before bed, blood pressure, meds, diabetes pills, certain heart medications, they aren't scheduled randomly. They're designed to support your body during rest when food isn't coming in and movement has paused. This is the time your body heals, rebalances, and your kidneys, those silent workhorses, process waste. When you skip a dose, it can lead to a spike in blood pressure, a surge in blood sugar, or even both. And according to the National Kidney Foundation, hypertension and diabetes remain the top 2 causes of kidney failure in seniors across the United States. That missed pill, it might be the moment the quiet damage begins. But there's more. Many people, especially as we age, tend to take their pills without enough water, thinking it's no big deal. But this dry swallow can cause tablets to get stuck, scratch the esophagus, or delay absorption. And for the kidneys, that means confusion, inflammation, overwork. Dr. Joseph Vassilotti, Chief Medical Officer at the NKF, warns, taking medications improperly, either at the wrong time or without adequate fluid, can create a cocktail of stress that silently accelerates kidney damage. And let's not forget about NSAIDs, the painkillers many of us take for arthritis, back pain, or old injuries that just won't go away. When used too often or without proper guidance, these little pills can wear down your kidney function like sandpaper on glass, especially at night when the kidneys are supposed to be resting. But my dear friend, this isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you. You can build a simple bedtime ritual, keep a pill organizer on your nightstand, set a phone alarm, and always keep a small bottle of water nearby unless your doctor says otherwise. These small acts aren't just routine, they're protection. And if this part of the journey touched your heart or your memory, would you let me know? Hit the like button, type the number 5 in the comments. And if you know someone who forgets their meds more often than they admit, please send this to them with love, not shame. Because the next habit we're about to uncover, it starts not in your kitchen, not in your medicine cabinet, but in your feet. Yes, your feet. And what they're trying to tell you at night could be a cry for help from your kidneys. Topic: cold feet at night, a silent signal from your kidneys. My dear friend, let me ask you something you might have brushed off too many nights in a row. Have you ever pulled the blanket tighter because your feet just won't warm up? Maybe you've blamed it on the weather, or poor circulation, or just getting older. But what if I told you, cold feet at night could be your kidneys quietly crying out for help? You see, when your feet are cold while the rest of you feels fine, that's not just poor circulation, it's an alarm bell. It means your blood isn't reaching the furthest parts of your body the way it should. And if your toes are being left behind, your kidneys are probably gasping for blood flow too. Now, why does that matter? Because your kidneys depend on strong, steady circulation to filter toxins, regulate blood pressure, and keep your whole system balanced. According to a 22 study published in Kidney International Reports, impaired peripheral circulation is often one of the first signs of systemic vascular dysfunction, which directly affects kidney performance. Dr. Suzanne Operol, a renowned hypertension specialist at the University of Alabama, once said, "Cold extremities in seniors can be more than discomfort. It's often a vascular red flag linked to silent organ stress, especially the kidneys. And it's not just about temperature. Cold feet can trigger restless legs, muscle cramps, shallow sleep, and elevated cortisol levels. Yes, the very hormone that damages blood vessels and adds more strain on your kidneys over time. It's a domino effect. You don't sleep well, your body stays inflamed, your kidneys work harder through the night when they should be repairing. And if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or a history of smoking, that risk doubles. So, what can you do? Start with warmth, real warmth, soft thermal socks, a hot water bottle at your feet, or a heated blanket. These aren't luxuries, they're medicine in disguise. When your feet are warm, your blood flows better. And when your blood flows better, your kidneys get the oxygen and nutrients they need to do their job. And if you're someone who brushes this off, my dear friend, I'm asking you to pause tonight and really notice your feet. If they're cold, don't ignore it. Act on it. And if this part of our journey opened your eyes, please press that like button and type the number 6 in the comments. Let me know you're still here with me, still caring, still learning. And if you know someone, maybe a spouse, a friend, a cousin, who always complains about cold feet at night, maybe share this video with them. That tiny comfort could be the kidney protection they never knew they needed. And now, if warming your feet can protect your kidneys, imagine what happens when you flood them at the wrong time. Because up next, my dear friend, we're going to talk about something that feels healthy, but might be quietly drowning your kidneys while you sleep. Yes, I'm talking about water. Topic: drinking too much water before bed. A silent overload. My dear friend, we've all heard it. Drink more water, stay hydrated, and you've probably done it faithfully, carrying your glass around the house, taking one last big gulp before bed, thinking, this is good for me. But here's the truth, no one told us when we turned 60. Water is only healing when it's timed right, and drinking too much water right before bed, that might be quietly flooding your kidneys, stealing their rest, and damaging them one night at a time. You see your kidneys work tirelessly all day long, filtering, balancing fluids, keeping everything in check. But at night, they're supposed to slow down, to repair, to breathe. When you guzzle water right before sleep, especially in large amounts, you force your kidneys to stay active. Over time, when the rest of your body is shutting down, it's like asking your cleaning crew to scrub the house during a blackout with no tools, no support, and no break in sight. According to the Cleveland Clinic, late-night fluid intake can contribute to nocturia, disrupt circadian rhythms, and add silent strain to renal function in older adults. And here's something even more important. Every time you wake up at 2 a.m. to use the bathroom, your body releases stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline because it believes something is wrong. Your blood vessels tighten, your blood pressure rises, and your kidneys. They get caught in the middle of a hormonal storm they didn't ask for. Dr. Mona Bahuth, a geriatric nephrologist at Johns Hopkins, explains, nighttime overhydration, particularly in seniors, is one of the most overlooked drivers of kidney stress. People think more water is always better, but timing matters deeply. And if your bladder muscles are weak, or if you live with an enlarged prostate, the risks go even further. You might not fully empty your bladder. That means leftover waste sits overnight. Breeding ground for bacteria, more work for your kidneys, less rest, more danger. So what can you do instead? Drink water, smart, not hard. Stay hydrated consistently throughout the day. Sip often. Don't chug late. After dinner, slow it down. If you're thirsty close to bedtime, take small sips, not gulps. Let your kidneys prepare for rest, not rush into emergency mode. And if this one made you pause, made you rethink your nightly glass of water, would you please let me know? Tap that like button. Type the number 7 in the comments. And if someone you love is still chugging water like a marathon runner at midnight, share this message. Maybe they'll finally sleep through the night, and so will their kidneys. But now, my dear friend, we shift from what enters the body to what lingers in the mind. Because next we're stepping into one of the most dangerous, most misunderstood kidney killers of all, and it doesn't come from food or pills or even sleep. It comes from emotion. Topic: going to bed. Angry or anxious. The invisible storm. My dear friend, tonight, I want to talk about something that doesn't show up on your medical chart. It doesn't have a taste or a smell. You can't touch it or see it on an X-ray. but it may be the most dangerous toxin your kidneys face every single night. I'm talking about your emotions. Tell me, when was the last time you went to bed angry, upset, worrying about your health, your children, your bills, or something you said but wish you hadn't? You see, when we were younger, we brushed it off. Sleep it off, they'd say. But now, at our age, going to bed in a storm of emotion is like setting fire to your insides, slowly, quietly, without a sound. When you fall asleep angry or worse, harboring sadness, regret, grief, your body doesn't rest. It braces. It floods your system with cortisol, adrenaline, and other stress hormones that tighten your blood vessels and raise your blood pressure through the night. And your kidneys, they suffer in silence. According to a study published in Hypertension Research, seniors with high bedtime cortisol levels are 40% more likely to show signs of early kidney dysfunction even when other indicators look normal. Dr. Bessie Young, a kidney specialist at the University of Washington, said something that stayed with me. Chronic emotional stress doesn't just break the heart, it silently eats away at the kidneys. And here's what makes it even more dangerous. It's invisible. You don't feel the damage. You just notice that you're waking up more tired, your blood pressure's creeping up, your labs are off. But the root of it could be that argument from 3 nights ago still simmering beneath the surface. You know what else stress does? It causes protein to leak into your urine, one of the earliest signs of kidney damage. But most people don't catch it, not until the damage is done. And my dear friend, I know life is heavy. Sometimes you carry more than your fair share. Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe you feel alone. Maybe you lie in bed thinking no one really knows what you're going through. But let me say this clearly, you are not alone on this journey, and you don't have to carry it all into your sleep. So tonight, I invite you to create a bedtime ritual, not just for your body, but for your heart. Turn off the news, journal, say a prayer, listen to soft music, forgive someone even if just in your mind. Let your body rest without the weight of the day pressing on your kidneys like a storm cloud. And if you're still here with me, breathing through this moment, I ask you with all sincerity, press the like button. Type the number 8 in the comments. And if someone you love is quietly suffering, holding in emotions like a dam ready to burst, maybe share this with them. Maybe it gives them the courage to finally let go. Now, before we move into the final and most dangerous habit of all, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Because this last one, it's the one most people never notice, the one that sends people to the ER without a single warning sign. Topic: ignoring nighttime blood pressure spikes, the silent killer. My dear friend, this is it, the final and most dangerous habit of all. And the truth is, it's not something you can feel, not something you can smell or see. And yet it might be the very thing stealing your kidneys from you in the dead of night without a sound. It's ignoring your blood pressure at night. Most people think blood pressure only matters during the day when you're moving, walking, eating, working. But for your kidneys, what happens at night is even more critical. You see, during sleep, your blood pressure is supposed to dip. It's nature's way of giving your organs a break, like a factory slowing down after hours to clean, reset, and prepare for the next day. But for many of us over 60, that dip never happens. Worse, it climbs. And your kidneys, they take the hit. The tiny blood vessels inside your kidneys, called nephrons, are delicate. They're like threads of silk filtering your blood every second. But when blood pressure stays high overnight, those threads don't get a break. They get battered, scarred, and over time, they stop working. According to the American Society of Nephrology, non-dipping nighttime blood pressure is one of the strongest predictors of chronic kidney disease progression in seniors. Let me repeat that, my dear friend, not dipping at night could be killing your kidneys. And the cruelest part, most people never know. Some wake up with headaches, some sweat in their sleep, some feel dizzy or exhausted in the morning, but many feel nothing until the damage is done, until the lab results show numbers they don't understand, until the doctor uses words like stage 3 dialysis or we caught it too late. But you're here now, you're listening, and that means you have the power to catch it early. If your doctor says it's okay, use a home blood pressure monitor. Take a reading before bed. Keep a little notebook on your nightstand. Log how you feel in the morning. If something feels off, don't brush it off. Act, because once your kidneys fail, there is no rewind button. But if you catch it early, you give them a fighting chance, a second wind, a future. And my dear friend, if this last truth landed heavy on your heart, Would you let me know you're still with me? Please press that like button. Type the number 9 in the comments. And if you know someone with high blood pressure who thinks they've got it under control, maybe send them this message. Because under control during the day means nothing if nighttime is quietly killing them. But don't you worry. You've walked through all 8 silent kidney destroyers now. And if you're still here, it means you care. You're ready. And most importantly, you are not powerless. So now let's take everything we've learned and talk about what to do next. My dear friend, we've walked a quiet road together tonight. Not one filled with noise, but with whispers. The whispers of your kidneys, the whispers of your body, the whispers of time asking gently, will you finally listen to me now? And you did. You listened when I told you that salty snacks aren't just snacks, that holding in your pee could be dragging toxins back into your body, that sleeping on your stomach might be crushing the very organs keeping you alive, that skipping a pill could echo louder than you think, that cold feet, too much water, emotional storms, and unchecked blood pressure. These aren't just small things. They're every night things. They're the difference between slowly falling apart and quietly choosing to live better. But here's the best part. You don't have to change your whole life tonight. You just have to begin. One small promise before bed, one gentle shift, one less habit that steals from your kidneys in silence. And maybe, just maybe, you'll wake up tomorrow not just feeling rested but free. Because my dear friend, you are not broken. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are simply a soul who cares, who still has time, who still matters. So if this video helped you in any way, would you be willing to do something small for me? Please comment below. Tell me what part hit you the hardest, the part that surprised you, the part that maybe even scared you a little, because that's where the healing begins. And if you haven't already pressed that like button, subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell so we can keep walking this road together. I promise there are more stories to tell, more truths to uncover, and more healing to be done. And if you can share this video with a friend, a group, or even just one person who might be struggling silently tonight, because maybe, just maybe, you'll be the reason someone avoids dialysis, or pain, or fear, or regret. Let me leave you with this, my dear friend. A healthy kidney makes no sound. It asks for no thanks. It simply works. Until it doesn't. So let's give it the love it's quietly given us all these years. Until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and never forget you are not alone.